Ba-ba-da-ba-dum, boom, boom. If I were a real human, I'd swim under the sea. I'd go walking with avalanches in the mountains I built out of hair and clay. Two of my favorite things, my most favorite things in this world. Dare I say, hair and clay. I guess some things were meant to be. And maybe just some things were wishful thinking. Happy Friday. Or as they say in Australia, almost Saturday. Hey, Pastor. I'm splendid. Never been butter, but I've been margarine once. My first and last trip to Mexico, actually. Back in the 1790s. We all gotta start somewhere, I suppose. So I've been researching and digging for the truth ever since. It's an endless, beautiful pursuit. Hi, I am Indian, you. Alright. I don't really care what you are. I'm a human. From one little spot on this big dumb rock. Lucky enough to exist at a time when a lot of cool-ass mother effers also get to exist. And sometimes they get to share the same air as those geniuses. These wondrous beings that surround us all the time. Some of us are those people. And maybe those are the ones that progress. Or that bother to. Anyways, nice to meet you. Right now, I think I'm drawing attention to the fact that this part of the paper, this area of the page, didn't have anything drawn on it. So now I'm just trying to fulfill its destiny. I was thinking to myself the other day, and then I thought to myself, whoa, I'm actually thinking to myself. And then I thought about thinking about, talking to me. What? Holy, where did, huh? I didn't get anywhere. Let's just say that. I came out of it more lost than ever. Oh, things are looking up. It's Friday. I'm in love. I need to mix this up, change this up a little bit. Let's do this. Back to using the Sharpie. At least for this one. It just goes on so much easier and faster and more consistent, even though it's not the best. What is the best? The best isn't good enough for me. Oh, it's coming in along now. It's coming in along now. It's coming in the back door. And it's drinking your milk right out of the carton. Oh, it's coming in now. It's dangerous. Dangerous territory. Nope. Let's listen to some funky fresh beats. How about that? Funky fresh. I think we all deserve it. It's Friday after all. It's important to appear grateful, even if you're truly not. It's all about appearances. I think Sprite had it right all along. Image is everything. This is actually a really good paper for Sharpies like this. It's like the Goldilocks paper. A little bit thicker and it wouldn't absorb as well. These are the things we have to think about. It's either the thickness of my paper or Armageddon. That boggles my mind. It's gonna be a little dog. Some kind of demonic entity in its mouth. Oh, these beads are fresh. So fresh. Perfect. This is my friend Sleepy Seahorse, by the way. He's climbing into the head of a chihuahua. Didn't really think I'd be drawing that this morning. All right. That little dog has arms too. It's reluctant to do that. Sometimes I have to stop myself from doing things that might jeopardize the entire operation. Hello. Mara. Hello, Mara. Hello, Mara. We are well, collectively speaking. We are delicious. We are worth waiting for. We're the dessert. I was going to say creme de la creme, but that would not. But I think we're onto something, and that's the important thing, right? Look at that little butt. There's like a little butt there. He's just chilling. And everybody's barefoot for some reason. It looks like he's dancing now. And it's well deserved. It's been a rough week. A lot of the things I had on my list for yesterday to get done, I actually did. And I found a little bit of courage inside of me that I didn't think I had in dealing with said list. So I learned a little bit about my dumb self yesterday. That always makes today easier. It's still scary. But you can peel back the layers. And chip away at that crap. And happy Friday to everybody and to everyone. Good night. I mean, a good morning. Or Pastor, probably a good evening to you. I do have a running lawnmower. If anybody wanted to come by and mow my lawn, and then promptly get the hell off my lawn, please. I could use the company. Just get off my lawn. I like drawing eyes. 15 minutes into Saturday here. I knew it. I knew it. And now I know it. I know it. I mean, I know it because he just told me. I know it. I know it. Yeah, I know it. You know it. 15 minutes into the future. Let's get funky. How you doing? Oh, don't be sorry here. We're all sorry. You don't ever have to apologize. Not to the likes of anybody here, let alone old Mr. Grumpy Grub over here. Not that grumpy. Oh, come on now. I can be. And mostly. See? So calm down. It's gonna be okay. Just keep drawing your dumbass little doodles and get on with it. That's the best advice I've heard all day. Except for, well, the other one, but that's dark. That's for another channel. And I'd probably get raided by the FBI if I announced it on YouTube. So the berries were poisoned. The bodies are buried in the back. Buried. Oh, there's a play on words there. There's got to be a song in there. Burying the bodies in the garden. I messed it up. If you all wouldn't mind just erasing the last 15 seconds of your YouTube experience, thank you very much. And moving ahead now. Okay, good. Clean slate. Oh. Why does everything have to be so weird? I think Amy's onto something. Amy, picks or it didn't happen. How about that? Let's see. I don't know where I want to go. I mean, this is really throwing me off. It's a red herring though, and I'm afraid to do anything over here because I don't want to make it worse. It's weird. I mean, I got used to the other pens so much. I'm not used to these bleedings. Bleedings. But the paper is a little bit thinner than the other stuff. Excuses, excuses. I have the best excuses. They're not so obvious, but they're definitely there. The proof is in the pudding, if you know what I mean. Hello, Fabiano. Um, uh, how do you say in the other part of the world? Hello, Fabiano. Hello, hello. Wait, aren't you from like Brooklyn or something? I'm just kidding. Either way, I probably just insulted a whole swath of people, and I deserve what's coming to me. Believe it or not, I'm not afraid of death. I'm just afraid of how I'm gonna die. Is it gonna be painful? I'd rather not know. In the meantime, we draw. I hope everybody's doing well this morning. I hope your wishes, your dreams are coming true. I hope life is getting easier and not harder. We all deserve happiness. Megan 3.0. I don't watch my movies very much, but I watch reviews of them, and I've seen a lot of reviews about Megan. So I know basically the whole premise, pretty much, and everything. Somebody asked me the other day, forget who it was, if I'd seen the movie Monkey or something, and I've seen. I haven't watched any reviews on that one yet or anything, but um, I know of stuff, but I don't really sit down and watch it most of the time. I don't have I don't have much spare time because all I want to do is this. Which is downright disgusting and dirty, but somebody's got to do it. I'm also like I'm discovering that I think maybe kind of sort of I'm a like snob or something when it comes to movies. Like I've went into movies so many times thinking, "Oh my god, I'm so excited to go and see this." But then I come out of it bewildered by what I just watched, and I feel like I'm let down a lot by movies now where they're just so freaking predictable. And not that Megan is, I haven't seen it, I mean, I think that's a wholly different kind of movie and a more interesting kind of, you know, premise and everything. But just most horror movies and most movies in general are just kind of I don't know, typical, and I get that down a lot. So I tend to not. I gravitated away from. I gravitated. I became distant from movies, but I'll watch the same movies hundreds of times, like the same 5 movies. I'll watch those like 500 times each, or just to fall asleep to them or something. Like the movie Aliens. I've seen Aliens probably probably 500 times. I mean, at least like yeah, ever since I was a kid. You're like, I didn't want to know all that. All I was asking is if you just saw Megan. Damn. Oh, cool. Yeah. Have you? I want to do SFX makeup look unbroken. What's SFX makeup? So, oh, special effects. Yeah, I'm all about that. When I was growing up, my older brother, he was really into like, well, he was crazy about horror movies, and he collected Fangorias and them in like mint condition, and he didn't have so many gore zones, but he had a few, and he wanted to be a makeup artist for horror movies and stuff ever since he was like in the third or fourth grade or something. And so I can't. I when I was growing up, you know, I was already conditioned to watching all these horror movies from a very very young age, and because of my brother. Um, but yeah, horror movies, and that's why I think I'm kind of a I don't know. I just I need to just open my mind more and just be more open just to everything instead of being because I'm also very close-minded. I've learned. I like to think I'm like this wild butterfly spirit animal crossover hybrid sphinx thing, some kind of special unique snowflake. And maybe I am both of those. Unique in the sense that I'm odd, and a snowflake in the sense that well, I'm flaky. I leave people hanging. Where was I? Speaking of hanging. But yeah, my brother always wanted to be he wanted to be like a Tom Savini kind of kind of person. A Tom Savini kind of person. What the hell just came out of my mouth? But I'm a big fan of you know Dawn of the Dead, George Romero. Um, Return of the Living Dead is another one of those movies I've seen hundreds of times. I've even seen Return of the Living Dead in a theater on the big screen during a horror festival in Boise, Idaho. I lived there. My buddy, he got me on some kind of panel for like music videos, for making music videos or something. And my videos lean towards horror. My music videos, my on this channel, like some of the earliest videos I make, have like Michael Myers in it a lot and stuff. I was paying homage to that. My was dressed up like Michael Myers, walking around Boise and stuff. It's pretty funny. Um, but my brother, he used to wear Michael Myers masks and Jason masks and all these things we lived out in the country on acreage, and 5 acres at my grandparents' and uncle's place, and then 20 acres where I lived with my dad. And so my brother, we play like hide and go seek, but it would be me and my friends like who were staying the night, or me and my stepbrother Jared. Um, and Gabe would dress up like Michael Myers and just walk around the like 20 acres of property we had and just terrorize us all night long. It was so much fun. I guess you would call that definitely like a, what do you call that? Like not cosplay, because we were actually like, it was like hide and go seek with Michael Myers as the seeker. It was the best. It was terrifying. He almost got shot by my grandpa. My grandpa almost shot my brother because he was wearing a freaking Michael Myers mask in his garage. It's like, bro, you should have probably told grandpa you were gonna be wearing that crap. That was right before they sent my brother to the asylum. He's been there ever since. Life is cool. This music is funky fresh, wouldn't you all say? Gosh darn. I mean, come on now. If you wouldn't mind, going into the description, looking at my address, physical address, you can send me your wallet, your keys, some bread. Send me anything you want. Link is in the description. Thank you very much. As usual. As usual. I gotta fix this. Oh, it looks like an eye. But that's stretching it. I bet the thing would be stretching it. For a chihuahua eating some kind of humanoid looking cyclops, I think the eyeball right there would be stretching it a bit. People would be like, yeah, that's not, I don't think that works. Yeah. I do love a good chihuahua. A random chihuahua in a drawing, though. It's like my favorite thing in the world. I do it all the time. It's important to recognize yourself in a mirror once or twice a day. That way you know that you're not a vampire. Safety first. He's some kind of a shark boy. I think it was Seat dressed as Michael. Oh, it was great. And my brother was so good at it. He was so good at it. He would catch us. We would play next to my grandparents' place. I still have dreams about all of these places too. It's crazy. Just vivid dreams. But that there was an olive orchard right next to my grandparents' place, right next door to my uncle's house actually, closer to my uncle's house. They had lived on the same property, and and beyond like the big eucalyptus trees, my uncle planted to separate his property from the one next door. There was a bunch of about 10-foot high olive trees, like an orchard, and we would always go out there and hide from my brother. And as quiet as we were, we would be as quiet as we could be, and get a. He would give us a head start, like a mile head start, and somehow he would always find us, and he would come out of nowhere. Like we would see him like 50 feet away or 100 yards away or something, just like walking around, and then the next thing you know, he's like on top of you. It's like he was really good at it, and I think if he actually went to Hollywood back then, because he has like, if I'm passionate about art, I can only imagine how he would have been passionate about that kind of work and that kind of that kind of hobby, creative outlet. It's the saddest thing to see somebody with passion, then they lose it, or they never exercise it. Plus, with with his like knowledge of movies and stuff like horror movies, my other brother, he gets articles for some local magazine, Bend, Oregon, and he interviews all these people and filmmakers. He has like a little theater. He owns like a half of a theater with a small screen where they have like screenings during film festival. He was in that movie, the Blockbuster, the last Blockbuster. My stepbrother. He was like the big dude with the beard who's like the local that lives in Bend. It's so funny. I was, my ex girlfriend wrote me. She said, "Hey, is your brother in a movie?" And I said, "What?" And she's like, "Your brother Jared, is he in a movie called The Last Blockbuster?" And I said, "I don't know." And she sent me a picture that she screenshotted from the movie, and it's my fucking stepbrother Jared. It's like the funniest thing. But I don't think he got to meet Kevin Smith, but you know, there it's like a little documentary about the last Blockbuster in Bend, Oregon or something. But he's pretty funny in it. My point is that all of us kind of had like a passion for, theater, music, art, acting, special effects, and that kind of stuff. But anyways, it'd be so much fun to be able to like build sets for videos and stuff. I think that's why I sort of ran out of steam doing the shorts and stuff, because I think about doing a video and it just seems like a chore. I want to like do bigger things, and I get bored just doing these small little silly things. I want to go big or go home. Like Passion of the Christ. Whoa. Mara, yes, exactly. I keep a little lemon twist in my back pocket, just in case I need a reality check. That check's in the mail, I know that much. Let's see. Let's see. That's a fun song. I'm trying to bust out a bunch of these stupid drawings still so I can put them online, but or at least try to sell them. It's, it's hard because I think when I start thinking about it for that reason, then the art changes. Like it's like, no, you're gonna get this style, then, you dumbass. If that's all you're gonna be thinking about is trying to sell it, trying to get rid of me. And then I have nightmares where the art's chasing me down a dark alley. The shadow's big and it's like biting at my heels, and I fall into a vat of acid, and I come out with superpowers, and I take on the government, I take on the world, and I move to the moon again. That's where I want to be. Pretty much. If anybody wants to send some milk, the link is in the description. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. I don't care if it's sour. I'll take what I can get at this point. I'm just gonna draw some little dang leaves right here, that's all. Don't get up in my grill about it. Sorry guys, I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to somebody else. There's somebody in my ear. You like Alvin and the Chipmunks? Oh, don't get me started on groceries. It'll lead down some kind of world power. New world order kind of conversation. I've got a rabbit hole mind. Apparently, eggs are very expensive. I just kind of always expect things to be pricey. And then when I get things unexpectedly cheaper for whatever reason than I thought, anyways, maybe, I'm just pleasantly surprised. I always expect the worst. That way, when the good happens, you're just like, huh. Well, gosh darn it. Huh. I don't think that's good advice, nor do I expect anybody to listen to me. at all. But listen to me now, friends. Do never, never listen to me ever again. He's a fish. Didn't y'all, anybody, y'all ever want to be a fish? I know I did. I had fish-like tendencies. That was also the name of the first punk band. They just ended up calling us fish-like because of the gills on the side of our necks. Very distracting. No matter how good we were, no matter how hard we played, no how long we rehearsed, it was never good enough. They just called us fish lips. Those bastards. Those bastards. Anyways, happy Friday, everybody. Now I'm just excited if somebody calls me fish face. I can't help it. I'm a fish lover. I'm a fish lover. Look at that little shark boy. Mm-hmm. 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 Never. Oh, remember, when drawing, never forget to remember to draw. Literally draw. To tap the paper with the pen automatically with the draw. Luck of the draw. All that jazz. Just remember that always. And the power, the power will have been within you all along. Send money. Link in the description. Thank you very much. This is just free advice I'm giving you, but you can pay for it if you want. Just don't leave the house with it. You're gonna. Oh no. I have eyes everywhere. Ooh, goats. Goats are the real deal. I'll tell you that much. Around here, they, um, the first time I saw it actually was pretty cool. I was on my way to work one morning, and there's a lot of vineyards where I live. Lots and lots and lots of vineyards. And I would always drive by this one on the way to work. Anyways, one morning, there were, um, I noticed like goats. It was like foggy, I think it was fall, around just after the harvest, I think actually, yeah, so November maybe. And they do is in order to clear a field or something with of the weeds or the vines off of the grapevines or whatever for the wine. They because there's a lot of crap after the harvest, and they'll just section off an area that they want the goats to go in and clear. They just do it. They kind of fence them off in this area, and the goats just go to town. And one morning, I'm driving by, and in the aisles of the vineyard or whatever, um, of where the berries are and stuff. I forget what it's called. There was just like 500 goats. There was just so many goats, and I did a double take. I'm like, what? Because I'd never seen that before, and they're just yeah, they're really cool creatures, and they're very I like how they're kind of stuck, and they think for themselves, but they're also just adorable and pretty, durable. Do they chase you? No, no, no. They're pretty much just like focused on the field or whatever, on their task. And then I started seeing them everywhere after that in these certain areas. I would just look down and see this that I drive by this area all the time, and then all of a sudden, you just out of your peripheral, you see this mass, this oddity that usually isn't there out of the corner of your eye, and then you look over and it's 500 goats in a field, just going to town on it. And then the next day, that field is just cleaned out. It reminds me of when they do what they do with like, I think it's like maggots or something, or some kind of grubby worm like that. Where they, no, beetles. How they, will clean off the bones or something. I think it's beetles. I think it's beetles. I think it's the beetles. But that's what it reminds me of. I have one chased me for one. Depending on the goat, I think I wouldn't mind being chased by one. I've been chased by a few different things in my life, so what's one more? By the way, thank you to Fred if you're watching, Fred. Thanks for harboring me. But I was being chased by the cops the other day, and Fred recognized me from my famous YouTube channel, and he sheltered me for 3 weeks until this very morning when the chase was called off. After well, I threw the dogs off my scent. Let's just say that. Always carry bacon pheromones in your back pocket, friends. You never know when it might just save your life. Or at least it keep you out of the pen. Hmm. Fred is good. Thank you, Fred. It's all starting to make sense now. But back then, it was just nonsense. I mean, I have to admit, I actually like after using these really nice ones, these nice pens I got, pigmented, and I think the Faber-Castell is India ink. Yeah, the I bought some Indian ink, Faber-Castell or whatever, artist pens, and they're nice and all. I guess you just need the right paper because you have to go over the same like lines 1,000 times to get the desired darkness. And I know Sharpie is not the greatest ink, but holy moly, it takes me 2 seconds and I've got the dark that I want. it's just nice to be able to just go. It's not that I go super fast, but I try to go fast when I'm going live, just so it's not super boring. But even though I'm sure it is from time to time. Like I was saying last night, I can't. I'm astonished that people even come and hang out and watch this, because to me it's like watching grass grow. Even though it's fun creating it, it's still kind of, it's like, come on, stop shading, do something else. You can go like super small with Sharpies and get pretty good details. And this one has always worked for me, yes. With what works, I agree. Everywhere there's noses. I like this album. This dude like lived down the street from me, and we were good friends. We were good acquaintances, let's just say that, and we respected each other's creative outlet a lot. And it's just interesting because I wasn't even listening to his music when I lived in Boise as much. I listened to it here and there, but like I do now, and I listen to it all the time now. And I'm astonished at his lyrical ability, like because when it comes to songs, if there's lyrics, I kind of like, you know, I analyze it because I like writing lyrics stuff, and I like a good lyric, or should I say, there's nothing like a good lyric. Some songs, it's just something repetitive, something dumb, and that's fine. Whatever floats your boat. Sometimes a song just hits you. Like, holy shit! What? Somebody else, somebody else feels that, or somebody can articulate something that you're feeling in a way that you never thought was possible. That's the beauty of art, music, a good lyric. Little fish butt over here. I gotta get going here in a second. But this guy's a really good songwriter and he's a good musician, and his lyrics are just. It sounds a lot like he sounds a lot like Built to Spill. And in Boise, Idaho, if you're playing shows and you sound like Doug from Built to Spill, then it's people kind of make fun of you in a way. But he sounds like Doug in a way. He sings like him anyways, the cadence and stuff. But they're in the same ballpark. But he's a very unique artist in his own right, in my opinion. And his music has like been the soundtrack to my little weird life the past several months now. He's a really funny guy too. We actually I played some shows with him in Boise, and we were like in his band where it wasn't even a band. It was just us up on stage blasting pre-recorded stuff that he had done, and he was playing his keyboards live too, but we were all just playing like these weird ass things that we brought, like a piece of an engine, and like things that were lit up and had no real function or purpose, and they weren't even plugged in, and we were just up there dancing and acting like we were playing these instruments and stuff with like ski masks on, and he gave us all these costumes, and Like we were like ninjas, that's right. And and we played in front of a bunch of fucking people at this one show. But it was fun because we just had masks on. Um, wow, that's a loud truck. And then we did that again at another gig. We just didn't even rehearse. I would just bring my malaga and act like it was like playing, or I would actually play it because I could blow into it and stuff. Um, I don't know. It was always just like a really fun time playing with him. And he's very, very like sarcastic, and it was watching somebody having a nervous breakdown when you watched his set. Like he would end up just face down on the floor at the very end of it, just in all this filth. He's a funny person. I think I will continue working on this one, but I gotta go for now. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Take care of yourselves. Until next time. We'll see you in another dream. Thanks, Passer. You take care of yourself now. Marwa, if you're, I think I'm pronouncing that right, but if you're still there, have a wonderful day. Happy Friday. Be safe. Love. It's Harry. Goodbye. Goodbye, Passer. It's love.